Over time, the natural result of relationships is toward inattentiveness and insensitivity. It's not that we are not caring about relationships. It's sometimes that we just don't work at them. We become complacent. Relationships are either growing or dying. They grow when we invest in them. They die to the degree that we are disinvested. To build client capital, you have to invest in relationships. And ideally, it is to be proactive. In sales and in business, we are often facing too many demands. And the consequence of that is we are so busy reacting, we don't have time to be proactive and to reach out to clients. And that applies also in our personal lives. We let days or weeks or months go by without connecting or touching people whom we care about. It's not that we are insensitive. It is that our actions speak to an insensitivity, and that's what people feel. If you want to maintain relationships, you have to work at them. And what that means is you have to have a strategy. You have to have a clear plan of action for how you can maintain relationships. I'll give you two examples, one personal and one professional. The first is that I had an aunt who I was very close to, and I was really the only family member that she had. She lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I lived in Toronto. So it was a bit of a challenge to see her. She lived to be 2 months shy of 100. And our relationship was very important to her. And I had to be conscious of that. Now, I tend to lead a very busy life, and it's easy to get distracted. And so one of the things that I did with my executive assistant, I knew that my aunt loved chocolate. She loved brownies, she loved chocolate. She loved chocolate of any kind. And she also loved getting flowers because she didn't have anybody in her life that really gave her flowers. So over the course of a year, I would arrange irregularly for my assistant to send brownies or chocolates or send some flowers, not every 2 weeks, because I didn't want her to think I was routinizing and automating this, even though I was. But I would also pre-program into my schedule to call her at different times. I knew the times would be most easily accessible for her. And 2 or 3 times a year, I would arrange to go and visit her. It might be I'd have a business trip to South Florida, or I would just go down and spend 3 or 4 days. I knew if I didn't plan the year ahead in terms of that relationship, it would be very hard to maintain focus and give her the attention that she desired. On a professional level, one of the approaches we teach is to build out your 15-month marketing, sales, and client service calendar. And the reason why we recommend a 5-quarter cycle as opposed to 4 quarters is if you start building out your marketing, sales, and client service initiatives in January, you're not going to implement them until near the last half of the first quarter. If you build it out in September or October, you'll build that momentum to the end of the year and carry it through to the new year. And that 15-month marketing, sales, and service calendar highlights all the initiatives you're going to, or the majority of initiatives you're going to undertake with your clients and in other ways to build your brand throughout the course of the year. Now, what it involves is being very disciplined about your touch points with your clients. For your best clients, ideally, you're touching them 18 to 24 times a year, unless they indicate otherwise. And those touch points can be personal, can be a shout out where you just call to check in on them. It can be a scheduled periodic review meeting. It can be an event that you invite them to. But it has to be very consciously laid out over that period of time. Bringing that discipline to bear, the strategic aspect of being in front of your clients is critical to deepening the relationship. Now, Once you have that laid out, it becomes much easier to execute over a period of time, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. If you want to maintain relationships, you have to work at them.